there's no silent alarm. Silent alarm. I'm thinking like a bank robbery or something. There's no silent alarm like sound you can pick on your phone, which is stupid.
What do you mean silent alarm sound?
Like if you have if you set a timer, what I want it, because I do like the 25-minute timer because the camera's reset. I don't want it to make noise, right? But I want it to vibrate. I want it to just vibrate only. There's no option for that that's built in. So I had to go into GarageBand, record something, turn the sound down on the track, and then export that as a ringtone just to be able to have a silent alarm. So now I've got a silent alarm.
It's pretty crazy.
Stupid.
Dude, I haven't had like a regular alarm like sound. Like regular, like a...
What do you mean?
It's been years where before I had like... It was like one of the Lion King like soundtrack things.
Yeah, sure, of course.
It sounded really nice. And then after a while, I don't know if it was like one of the updates, I can't put a customized sound anymore.
Do you not like own it anymore? Is it out of your like library?
No, I still have it. And actually, no, well, I don't pay for Apple Music as of recently. But
I don't think you have to pay for Apple
Music. No,
before
that, for the past years, it's just been like one of the default ones, and I can't change it. Even like it'll let me change it. It says it's changed, and I'll go into the check the alarm, and it's changed to that song, and the alarm goes off.
Yeah.
And it's still the default sound.
Bullshit.
Like at one of the
Where's your phone? I actually don't believe you.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I know how phones work.
I mean, I used to have ringtones that just straight up disappeared. Like I was the kind of guy that bought ringtones, and I had ringtones that were just gone. I don't know why that happened, but I don't believe that you can't change it.
Because I'm not paying for Apple Music right now, so my library's gone, so I can't show you.
What? No, but you said the ringtone in the...
Yeah, no, it'll only let me pick the default ones. It won't let me pick a song. A song.
It does? It lets you pick a song?
It lets you pick it.
No way. Okay, take that. Let me check that. No,
yeah, you try it.
Pick a song.
Yeah, it lets you... With an alarm.
I don't believe
clock
you.
Alarm. What?
You've never done this? Like, where are you looking at? Under clock, alarm.
Yes, alarm,
okay.
yeah.
Clock, alarm.
Edit the alarm.
Pick an alarm.
Pick a song.
Oh, you can pick a song. Oh, I can do that.
Yes.
Okay, so you had it in like
yes,
the
and
Apple
at one
Music
point,
library before.
Yes, and at one point after maybe an update or something, the song would be selected, and
Weird.
it would not play the song. It would play the most recent default ringtone I had picked, or default alarm.
Weird that it even would let you still select the song.
Yeah, it is weird.
That is weird. Steve Jobs, Tim Apple, at it again.
Both those guys dead?
Not yet. No, Tim's still around. Still kicking it.
One.
It doesn't matter. Ringtones, whatever. Hey, Cavs, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. Doing really good, actually.
Yes.
Big news, I got engaged a couple weeks ago now. Yeah. May 2nd? I should know.
You should know.
May 2nd. It's May 2nd. I went to Japan with Gemma, and she proposed to me, man.
She proposed to
She
you?
got down on one knee. She whipped out the ring that I gave to her and had me put it back on her. A real modern proposal. You know, we try to like push traditional roles aside. You know, and let her do the proposal.
She creased
not. I got engaged and it was great. It was lovely. We went
the old fiance.
Fiancé. That's my fiancé. I kept doing that afterwards too.
Yeah, I knew you would.
It was really nice, man.
Yeah. You guys, it was like the second day of the trip?
Like second day, first like morning, because we
Right.
got there late, or we got there in the evening on the 1st. Mm-hmm. And then in the morning, I had already planned where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to the Shinjuku Gyoen National Gardens and walk around there and just find a spot that worked. Mm-hmm. Anytime that Gemma has ever talked about a proposal before it, she has always said she didn't want it to be like a big public thing. She just wanted it to be the two of us if possible. And so luckily we went early and beat any sort of crowd. So the area we were in, there were a couple people ahead of us that were checking out this like little bridge that looked like a really nice spot to do it, and it ended up being where I did it. But they were just checking out this bridge, and we let them take their pictures and go ahead. And she didn't know that I had the ring in my pocket ready to go at this point. And so she went onto the bridge. I went with her, and we were just taking a couple of pictures together. And then I was like, "Oh, let's take like a selfie here or something." I'd like use that as an excuse to kind of like get positioned in the way that I wanted to be. Fully overthinking prior to it, like which knee do I get down on?
Yeah.
I did practice at home. 100%. I got down on my right knee because I thought is that
I don't know.
I was thinking like prior to it, I wanted to like record it if possible, just for the two of us. I didn't pay for like a photographer out there or something. You could do it, and I did look it up.
Yeah.
I didn't like any of the ones that I found. I didn't like the style of their photography. So I thought, you know what? Who needs it? It's our memory anyways, whatever. But I did think like, oh, I'll like try and get a video. So when we went on the trip, I packed like a little like gorilla tripod thing that can like curve around and like grab onto something if you needed it to, just for the phone. But on the morning of, and she probably thought that was a little bit weird anyways, because I don't do that. I don't bring tripods with me. But I said like, oh, maybe I want to take pictures of just us and not have to ask somebody to do it. That was my excuse like before we left, right? But then the day of where we were going to go out and I knew I was going to be proposing, the thing was just too like bulky to bring in any way that felt like natural. I would have just been annoyed having it and then to have to take it out and like set it up somewhere. And anyway, so I said, fuck it. Don't need it. So we don't have any video of the moment. It's just our memory, which is nice. I actually like that.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really nice, man. I practiced. I did the one knee. I don't at all remember anything that I said.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like absolutely nothing. It like you. Again, that's another thing that you practice, right? I'm sure you can imagine. Like you want to think like, oh, what am I gonna say? What are the like points I want to make? Can't tell you what came out of my mouth. It was not what I practiced. I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't.
Straight off the cuff.
Dude, like practically, man.
Yeah.
Like there were like bullet points in my head. It was like, oh, I want to talk about like, I love you. I love your family. I love like where our relationship has like gone and where we're at. And didn't come out that way. I know it didn't. But she can't remember what I said either. Like for us both, it was like a fucking flashbang, just like, bing! Nothing for either of us. Gemma says that she felt like puking, like nervous puking, just like, oh my God. I thought she was gonna cry. She didn't cry.
Just you.
Yeah. And then Evan, obviously our friend who is engaged, and Nathan, who's now married, both of them didn't mention this happening, and maybe it doesn't happen to everybody, but what we both felt, Gemma and I, afterwards, was like a major adrenaline dump. It was like from the moment of the engagement for the next like 30 minutes to an hour, we were just walking around this garden. It was beautiful. We had to like take a moment to like really just sit down and like just relax and like be happy about this together and look at the ring and tell her family, tell my mom, tell you guys. It was like, oh, it finally happened. Anyways, what we both felt though was this weird adrenaline dump, and like as we were walking around, like maybe an hour later, our backs were really sore, our jaws were really sore because we had been like smiling and like happy and like and it was just like anything that had been in use was done. We were so tired, we were really hungry. It was a weird feeling, but it was really cool, man. It was really cool, and we're happy. And the whole trip, we were away for 2 weeks, ended up just being like a celebration of the engagement too, because we did it at the start. It was lovely.
I think that's the way to do it. Do it at the start. That sounds fucking sick.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was awesome. I was so like nervous too, bringing the ring there. Because I felt like a secret agent, you know what I mean? Like really like thinking this through. I had the box in the checked luggage. I had the actual ring in a little jewelry pouch tucked away in my bag on me. Right. You know, like a little cross bag on me. So it wasn't leaving my sight.
They send you into like the the little cyclone.
The scanner.
Like, what's this?
Yeah, dude, I was worried about it. I was legitimately worried. I was like, oh no, they're gonna like have a problem with this. I took it off and like put it through the scanner. I was like, how does a diamond show up in an X-ray? Like I've never had a real diamond or anything. Like, is it gonna like be a problem? Is it gonna blow up? Fucking diamond explosion. anyway, so then it was all fine, like going through the airport, it wasn't a problem. But like the whole plan was get to the hotel, get checked in. Once Gemma's taking a shower, that's my moment to put it back in the box and then put the box in the bag. So then when we go out the next day, it's with me, it's ready to go. So I did all that. It worked smoothly. And on top of like doing it at the start so that it can be a celebration like the rest of the trip, it was also like do it at the start so I don't have to worry about it anymore, because I don't want to be responsible for it. I want her to be responsible for it now. Get this thing out of my possession. So yeah, it was just great. It was lovely. It was beautiful. She's very happy with it. And now, of course, like wedding planning and all that kind of stuff will come.
Yeah, so. Whenever you guys.
Sounds like a nightmare, man. Sounds like a nightmare, but also a fun nightmare.
Yeah,
I don't want to be like a little negative Nancy about it, you know, but it's a lot of work to like, even we were just like tallying up the guest list, you know, everybody who we would want to invite. You're there. Don't worry. Barely made the cut. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of stuff. And we've like looked at a couple venues that are just interesting. But then also like we looked at one place that we really liked, but it's like an 1.5-hour drive from here. So then if you're thinking of, people coming out and drinking, you don't want to expect people to have to either drive themselves back that distance, because then they're going to not let themselves have as much fun. So something more local is probably better. Yeah. Unless you did a destination thing.
You could always do like, Ravi and Megan did it for their engagement party. Where it was in Langley, very nice, like a rooftop venue. Yeah. And then I think everyone just pitched for a party bus. So it drove us all there and it took us all home. Sure. That would be an idea as well. If you guys really liked like the venue you were looking at.
It's not a bad idea to round everybody up.
Yeah, everyone can pitch
for it. But it would be multiple buses.
Would it be?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For the full wedding guest list. Well, we thought about something similar too. Is like, but it'd be a cost. You know, all these things would be a cost that you then have to consider. But we were like, what do we pay for people's cabs? That would be insane. An 1.5-hour cab ride for every like couple or pair or whatever it is. That'd be ridiculous. It would add up pretty quick. So, anyways, lots of things to consider, but fun times ahead. And it was a lovely trip. It was a really good time.
It's very exciting, man. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
I don't think I actually said congratulations.
You haven't. Yeah, I was waiting for it, man.
I really give you a hug. I'm just so excited to see you.
Thanks, man. I was really excited to see you. Yeah, it's been a while. We haven't sat down and done this for a couple months. I haven't seen you since before the trip. Even then, what was the occasion? At AJ's?
Yeah, I think it was AJ's. Oh, yeah, when we were we were on like the rooftop.
Yeah. Just that day. Yeah. I think that was it.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyways.
What the hell?
What the hell, man? We're back. I'm engaged. Fiancé. I'm fiancé. It's weird to say, too. It's like...
very adult.
Start to say that. Yeah.
Whatever that is.
It's just that much more real. Yeah. No, it's cool. Really, really cool.
How was favorite part of Japan?
Favorite part? Well, it was fun. We did... So we stayed in Tokyo and then Osaka and then Kyoto and then back to Tokyo. We did 4 nights, and then 3 nights. When we were in Tokyo on both ends of the trip, we were in different areas. But from each city, we did like a little outing, like a little day trip kind of thing, just out and back. And those days, I think, were our favorites from each city. So from Tokyo, we had gone to Kamakura, which was like a little beach seaside town. I think I sent you guys maybe some pictures and stuff, right? Really pretty and just like a totally different vibe from Tokyo, right? Because it's just such a crazy busy city. Did you know the population of Tokyo, like the whole metropolitan area of Tokyo, is almost as much as the entire country of Canada? One city has almost our entire population in the country.
That's crazy.
And we're a huge country.
Did it feel like it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
there's so many
good
people.
And mostly a bad way, right?
Good in the sense that like everything just feels so alive. Everything's popping, man. Everything is popping. But bad in air quotes. Like when we went, the first week we got there was Golden Week up until the 6th of May. So we were there from like May 1st we arrived, and then the 6th of May was Golden Week. And that's a holiday in Japan. And we learned there's also like another holiday in China at the same time. And so there were a ton of tourists. on top of it's a national holiday in Japan, and everybody in Japan gets the time off.
Oh, okay.
So everybody was out like doing stuff.
Yeah.
It was packed, man. It was really, really busy. And depending on like the area that you would go to, it would be more or less busy too. So yeah, it was busy, but those outings felt really nice for that reason too, right? Like you were getting that much more away from the main cities. Kamakura was beautiful. When we were in Osaka, the day trip we did was we went to Himeji.
Bless
we
you.
were gonna go. You've been like, I feel like you've been just waiting for like a chance to say it.
I missed it on the Kamakura.
We were not supposed to, but recommended to go to Hiroshima, which would have been like interesting from a historical standpoint. But then when we looked at it, it was like another 2-hour bullet train away from Osaka. $125 each way, so add on $500 plus 4 hours of travel time in a day. Didn't really feel like that great of an idea.
Plus the radiation.
Plus the radiation. So we decided to go to Himeji, which is it has like the largest castle I think in Japan, still largest standing castle, and it's fucking huge, man. It was sick too, and you could go all the way up to the top.
Yeah, when I think about like Japan, I never really think about like old school stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
I would never think to my own self there's a castle there.
Yeah. Well, there's so much. There's tons of temples, lots of castles depending on the city that you're in. Like Osaka has a famous castle, Osaka Castle.
Yeah.
It's
Does
in
it
like
look
the center
like
of it.
like castle-y?
I'll show you. I'll show you here. Yeah, it looks.
I've been inside a castle when I was in England. Actually, that was.
It doesn't look like an
I
England
always talk
castle.
shit about England.
Yeah,
It's like because I'm not like
Rightfully
boring
so.
there.
Is it boring? Would you call it boring?
Well, I didn't do too much there other than like wedding stuff, but I did go to the castle. The castle is pretty cool.
Castles are cool, man. It's interesting. Whenever we see a castle, and I'm sure you've thought the same kind of thing, is like, what do they used to do here? You know what I mean?
Castle
like,
stuff.
yeah, like
Yeah.
castle stuff, bro. Like, cause they have like, there's like cutouts in like the walls leading up to the castle, little tiny like square or circle, whatever cutouts, where they would shoot arrows through there and be like protected if you're defending the
Sure,
castle. Here, you can look at like a couple
Do
pictures.
they have any
and stuff.
super narrow staircases? Because that's at a really.
Yes.
Oh wow.
They have very narrow
that's
and
definitely
very
not like a
steep
European castle.
staircase. No, not at all. This is us in front of it at the end.
Wow.
Really cool place, man. And there was like some history stuff you could read about it. So during one of the wars in the 90s, I couldn't tell you which war is
The
what,
90s?
but whatever. Yeah, the 1990s. Headphone mic Reuben here. That was wrong. Definitely not the 90s. 100% during World War II. 1945 to be exact. And everything else I'm about to say is true, but clearly I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to dates. You guys already know this. The castle was one of the only places that was like left standing after some air raids. The reason why it was left standing is they were smart enough to paint the top of it black so that planes flying overhead wouldn't see it.
Oh.
So if they were like kind of scoping out what they wanted to strike, they wouldn't see the castle. And so like the whole area around it, the city around it, was destroyed from what the history thing said. It was in the castle. Okay. It was there. So I trust it.
Yeah.
And this was left standing. They've done many like renovations on it and stuff too, just to like upkeep it. But really cool castle, man. That was a highlight, was just going to see that. And then from Kyoto, the day trip we did was to Nara, to the deer park.
Oh, nice.
Sick,
Classic.
man. Just so cool.
Yeah.
And even though it was like, this is my second time going to Japan, Gemma's first time going, it felt completely different from the first time that I had gone because of when I had gone before, which was just pre-pandemic, February 2020,
Right.
Where already in other parts of the world, including Japan, they were kind of thinking like, yo, this seems like a pandemic, right? I think at that point, like, people were kind of questioning, like, where is this headed? Like COVID,
Yeah,
right?
February 2020, you said?
February 2020, yeah, early February 2020. Because it was, what was it, like March 13th or something, or 14th, it was declared a pandemic.
Something like that.
So not long afterwards, but there, what that meant is already like tourism had kind of stopped. There weren't people out doing things. When we went to Nara, it was practically just us. Like there weren't like tour groups. When we went now with Gemma and myself, like there were like field trips and stuff from like schools nearby. You know what I mean?
Get a deer to yourself?
No, absolutely not, man. But there were still so many of them. It was so much fun. It was such a good time, dude. Best trip of our lives for sure.
Wow, nice.
To date. It was just a lot of fun. Yeah, and so much good food.
Some of the food, like the videos and stuff you sent, it just looks so like you've never like seen fresh fish or sushi
like
prepared
that.
like that or looking like that.
Because we did the omakase at the end, the fucking the smack.
Yeah,
bro. I'll put the video in here. I'll splice it in. Dude, it was so cool, and like it was like a kind of clam that was so fresh that the chef had to smack it in his hand to knock the movement out of it so the nerves wouldn't like fire off as you're eating the thing. Really cool, really cool experience. And that was our final dinner there. But even just like the convenience store food, everybody loves the convenience store food there. Anybody who travels there, it's so much better than here in that regard. It's super busy. I like the accessibility of transit there. One of the first things I said when we got back, the first day that I picked up Gemma from work after coming back home, I said, I hate this. I hate having to drive somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just so much more convenient there. You don't need a car. You can take a train anywhere you want to go and you don't have to think about it. And it's always on time. You know, you can like build your structure of like, when am I going to be somewhere around? You can build your schedule around that. You know what I mean? It's reliable.
Right.
You coming here today, you hit a wall of traffic.
Yeah. At 3:50.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason for there to be traffic at this time. So, really cool place. Great trip. Lovely time. It was great. What's new with you, man?
What else is new? I recently hit a breakthrough with my back like tightness, I guess. And I don't know how it started. I can't remember how it started, but it was like, it was originally from Patrick Koo, like his Instagram is called it's a Thoughtful Meathead. He's got some really good stuff on there.
I feel like you've shown me him before or something.
Yeah,
you must have.
He's almost like a bit, I wouldn't say philosophical, but he makes it like easy. It's like different like topics that he goes through. Makes it easy to understand. But he's talking about reaching in particular.
Like
literally reaching.
Yeah.
Like, so as opposed to when you're stretching, you're like using like leverage or using gravity to put yourself in a elongated position.
Sure.
Whereas reaching, you're kind of putting yourself in that position. And why I
is
felt
it like a mindfulness thing of how you're doing the movement?
It's a mindfulness, but also like it's physical because your body is putting itself in that position. It's not putting it itself. It's not over exaggerating it or whatever. Like it's putting itself in a.
It's still controlled.
And how that is beneficial is because your body has complete control over the entire time. So it is still stretching, but you're, rather than like using outside factors to put yourself in the stretch position, you're doing it yourself.
Because really, and gravity is unnatural.
Yeah. I mean, in this instance, yeah. So by doing that, like you're comfortable, and you have complete control throughout the position. So that allows for more strength building in the whole position as well. So how that translates to my stuff is I'm able to now like get comfortable in like a stretched position and like move around more and like create more, I don't know, awareness, body awareness, and like
mind muscle connection kind of body awareness.
Yeah,
like,
I'd say so. But also
you feel
like
more parts are firing.
More parts are firing. Feel more stability. I feel more comfortable in like stretch positions as well. Yeah, it just feels like I've broken through a wall of like my back hasn't been like.
Because I know you've done stretching for forever.
Yeah, and there's only like I've done all the types of stretching as well.
Yeah,
I've done a few yoga classes as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a few over the past several years. Two yoga classes over the past several years.
You ever do hot yoga?
I've done it once.
Yeah.
It's dripping the entire time before the class even started.
Yeah, honestly,
but yeah, it was
almost
good.
Didn't let
that was
you
fun.
In. Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah. But like, what why did you even try this? Like, why?
Well, I was trying for like,
How did you find
Patrick's
it?
thing, because like Patrick had mentioned it in his like one of his like stories, and he's like talking about the benefits of reaching and like, well, I think he was talking about reaching and shaking to get your bones moving, but two different things.
I just picture you like,
Yeah, but like a lot of these things where I'm thinking about it, and it's like I'll make the connection better. Like it's easier for me to understand once I feel it myself.
yeah.
So it's just like, it's like thinking of when you're building a house.
All right, let's see where
When
it
you're
goes.
building, so yeah, let's see where I go with this. So when you're reaching, you're like putting yourself. It's like a vulnerable position. You're creating a vulnerable position for yourself, but you're in control the entire time. And so in that vulnerable position, you can actually strengthen from moving around, from maybe carrying a load, fat load, with you while you're doing it. It's in the same way. It's in the same way when you're building a house, you're creating the foundation of the house, and then you can build it up off of that.
So correct me if my understanding
Please,
is wrong.
this is the first time I'm explaining it to someone in person. So how about you fucking give me a break?
You know, that's actually it's one of the best ways to learn something is teaching it. I'm sure you've heard that before.
Right. I have heard that. Maybe just from you.
Well, hey, it actually is though. Like it's like a thing.
Yeah.
So if you can teach me, you got this fucking locked. Right?
Here's some questions.
So let's say you stretch, right? Let's say like if my hand is going like that, I'm stretched.
That's kind of reaching.
Okay, well,
I would consider that reaching over stretching, because you're putting yourself.
I'm not there yet.
There's no stretch in there.
This is stretching. This is reaching.
So
you get to a place of being stretched. Let's say you stretch your body and then you reach.
Let's use it this way.
Do you stretch then reach?
If you're going to use the hand as an example, I would consider this stretching. See, outside factor coming in here.
Okay.
Stretching the palm.
Okay.
Whereas reaching.
That's reaching.
Reaching.
Oh.
Yes. Sorry, I need to use visual examples because we're men.
I get it. Because we're men, yeah, honestly.
So you can do this, and then like, what are you gonna really like? You're stretching it, and then you can't really like.
I can't do that on my own. I gotta reach.
You don't have to. It doesn't have to necessarily get to this position,
right?
But you're reaching,
and then that.
Fuck off.
Okay. Honestly, let me reset the. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. It does make sense. I
really care. Help, it works for me, all right?
If you understand it and it works for you, good.
Yeah.
But maybe fucking teach it better next time.
I wasn't trying to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just explaining. Something helped you.
Yeah.
Yeah. God forbid a guy'd feel better.
Exactly.
with his body.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That makes me want to talk about excuses.
Excuses? Oh, we were going to talk about that anyway.
Yeah,
right?
but I don't want to cut you off. Keep telling. What else is new with you?
No. Well, the reason, and then like I have like, you know how like we have shower thoughts.
Yeah, of course.
I like sometimes have workout thoughts. And that was like one of them when I was thinking about it.
Because you take 3 hours in the workout.
Not anymore.
Got plenty of time to think.
I've shortened it down quite a bit.
I actually wanted to bug you about that
because I'm sleeping more.
Oh wow, good. That's great.
Sure, yeah.
Sorry, workout thoughts, and then I'll
so
piss
like,
you off.
That was one of the times where I actually had like I was having those thoughts, and I was like, wow, this is like
while you were reaching.
Yeah, not actually at the time, but like I was like it'd been several days in a row where I tried reaching before and after the workout as well. I was like, wow, this actually like feels good. I'm not having like the lower back stiffness. Feels like I'm actually knowing what I want to do at the start of the workout, going into it, and that's like helping. And then it was one of the first times where I actually pulled out my phone, because normally I'll have these things. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. I'm having these thoughts during the workout. Yeah. And then I'll just go off in a tangent in my head, like, man, pre-workout's really good. I love working out. And then I'll just get into my next set, right? And then this is one of the first I was like, man, I'll actually type this down.
Yeah.
And
good.
I did make notes, but it was like, yeah, it's basically what I just talked about.
Good.
Workout thoughts.
Dude, you have to write everything down if you think about it. If it's a good idea or a good thought, you got to write it down, because otherwise it's fucking gone. Yeah. So many times that happens to me as I think of like a good idea or something to try or something new I want to do, and I don't write it down and it's gone. I don't remember what I wanted to do. It's gone. Well, that's good. That felt good for you.
Dude,
The
let's
thing
hear
I
it.
want to fucking rip you on a little. It's not ripping you. So before I went away, I met up with Seb. And
Oh,
we,
yeah?
we just went out and got caught up on life because I hadn't talked to him in a really long time.
Sure.
Or at least like had just he and I like long conversations. So we went for lunch. But we were laughing about you at one point. And we were laughing about you because of all the times where you get knocked off your routine. And it's just like it might as well be like your world has come to a fucking end. Because you talk about how like my routine's gone, like I can't, like, I haven't been to the gym, blah blah blah, whatever. And we were laughing about it because like you have a gym at home. First of all, you could just walk downstairs and go to the gym.
Yeah.
Second of all, you were taking 3-hour gym sessions, and then Seb was pointing out the fact that you have said to him about how like I can't get to the gym, whatever. But it's like, yeah, maybe you can't fit in a 3-hour workout.
Yeah.
But you could go for an hour and get the ball rolling and
Yeah.
get back into the groove of things. And I just thought it was so funny. It's like, it is so true. Is whenever it's been a pain point on the podcast many times.
Many times.
Oh, I'm out of my routine. I don't mean to make fun of you.
No, it's funny looking back at it now because I've actually gotten better at that. Believe it or not.
Because like in hindsight, it's funny when you're telling me in the moment on the podcast. Of course, I'm supportive. That's so terrible. I'm sorry your routine's knocked off. Just go to the fucking gym, you know.
Yeah.
So you're better
sure.
at that,
Dude,
supposedly?
all my workouts in the past like month have been like 1 hour.
Nice. Okay.
Hour 15.
Cool.
Yeah. It's been
That's good.
Mostly at home.
Do you ever check out Sam Sulik? I'm sure you've like looked at him.
I don't really. Yeah. Like if his video like a clip comes up, I'll watch it.
I just find his workout methodology is interesting. He does like 3 or 4 exercises tops for a workout, but he fucking like goes to the edge, you know, like right to like where he literally cannot do more reps. He's one of those guys for every set, but I only pick like 3 or 4 exercises for the whole workout, and it'll be like about an hour or so.
Yeah.
So you can get a really good workout in an hour.
Thanks, coach.
Yeah. Okay, let me talk about my excuses now, actually.
Sure.
Yeah, I've been feeling... it's a weird feeling. I don't know how to describe it, so I'm just going to talk it out, and I'll see if I can get a better grasp on it. Yeah, whatever. I've been feeling as though I make excuses not to do things. And it's not necessarily just fitness related, but I'll start with fitness related. I haven't gone to jiu-jitsu in over a month. Granted, I was away. This is the excuses starting. Granted, I was away in Japan, but that one's a really valid one.
Yeah. How long
I was away in Japan for 15 days. 15 days. 16 days. 15 nights. Anyways, I was away for a while, and that obviously cut into going to jiu-jitsu. But in the 2 weeks leading up to going away, you know why I didn't go to jiu-jitsu? I didn't go to jiu-jitsu because I thought I don't want to get a skin infection and have a skin infection while I'm proposing and now on vacation in Japan. Potentially a valid thing.
Yeah.
Come inside. Oop. Oh, I should have unlocked that, hey? No, we're good. Hi. Come on in. Come on in. My fiancé.
My friend's fiancé.
Hey, baby. How was work? Nice.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you. Sorry.
Careful, he's sweaty. She's sweaty too. Yeah, I feel like I had made that an excuse to not go beforehand, which was like maybe there's a bit of validity to that as an excuse. I don't want to get a skin infection, but there wasn't even like skin infections going around at my new gym. You know what I mean? I'm just paranoid.
Yeah.
But then I justified in my head of like, oh, like, yeah, I'm paranoid. That's why this is like a fine enough excuse. And like, I acknowledge that I'm paranoid, but I don't like do anything to change it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not like, I could have gone. I could have got another 2 weeks of training in before I left just to like keep the body moving and feel good. And then when I came back, we've only been back for like less than 2 weeks now. But the first week back, my excuse was jet lag. and I was exhausted every day between like 10 to 3 p.m. I would want to be asleep when we came back. It knocked my ass like crazy, more than I thought it would. Coming back, it was weird. Going there, the jet lag like worked in our favor. We were up at 6 a.m, starting our day nice and early in a new country. Sounds great. You know what I mean? Like, you take the most out of your day. And we're not like late night party people or anything. So that worked really well for us, you know, in bed by 10:30, in bed by 11, whatever, we're good. But being back, the jet lag was really bad. And so I was using that as an excuse, like, oh, I'm exhausted, I want to sleep. The one day that I was like, oh, like I'm going to go today. I'm going to go do jujitsu today. I elected to nap instead. You know, because my excuse was, oh, well, my body's telling me I need this. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, but like, you see what I mean? It's like I don't know what to make sense of these excuses I'm making. And then now this week, conveniently, and considering how long I haven't trained for, obviously this didn't come from training, but I got like a fucking like thing on my arm that we decided would be a good idea to pop. It was just like a clogged, like almost like a ingrown, like a really bad ingrown. Oh, okay. It did not like that. Like this shit was fucking like swollen after. It was not looking good. And it's like, I don't want to go and like show up with this thing on the mats at training. Like our coach has told us, like, don't like come to class at all. If you have any skin thing, like let it like clear up and then come back. So I was like, oh, now I shouldn't go for this reason, you know?
I remember my coach said that.
But is there, oh yeah, I got to ask you actually. But then it's like,
no, I was mocking you there.
No, that's fine, whatever. But I'll ask you still about, you did try jiu-jitsu once. But yeah, I feel like I'm making excuses to not do things a lot. Like even leading up to today, I felt like I was getting ready almost, earlier in the day when I woke up and I was just really tired. I was like, oh, like I could like say like, oh, I'm not feeling it today. Maybe I don't want to do the podcast today. That would be an excuse. I feel like I'm making excuses for things. And I'm not saying this to have an answer or like, oh, you shouldn't do that.
Building awareness.
I guess so.
Awareness is the first step.
Awareness is the first step.
But it does sound like excuses. I feel like if I was excuses. Like before your Japan trip, because it was like, I would consider like the most important trip you've had so far.
That's why
I would like, if I was thinking about that and I was thinking about like the skin infection thing, that would be on my mind. Yeah. That would be like, I would feel like that would valid.
How shitty would it be? I'm proposing you and I've got like a fucking ringworm on my hand. You know what I mean?
Going on. You want that to worry about to like while you're on your trip as well. But it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm fine.
You don't need a fucking 3-hour workout.
I don't. Get exactly. The fucking ball exactly, man.
But the first, the first like few workouts, whatever the workouts are,
they're the hardest.
They're the fucking hardest.
They're the hardest.
The first week, like I don't depending on how often you go. The first week, maybe 2 weeks if you're just doing like once or twice a week. Fucking it's the hardest. Yeah, one of the hardest things to get back into a routine for.
Yeah, but yeah. But once you do, the ball gets rolling.
Yeah, and you don't regret it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is every time I've like gotten back on the wagon, it feels good. But it's just I could come up with a million reasons not to. You know? Yeah. And I hate that. I hate that feeling. I don't know why like my brain goes there like that. It's very frustrating, but it's not an uncommon thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're definitely like one of the biggest overthinkers.
Oh, huge.
I know.
Huge.
So, but like the thoughts you're having is your very normal thoughts.
Yeah.
Like I have those thoughts. It's just that you're thinking about them more and it's stressing you out more.
Too much, man. Stressing me out for no reason.
Yeah, I'll have those exact same thoughts. But then I was listening to a clip recently and it was like I don't know if it was like a UFC fighter. It was like an older one. And someone was asking him, does that negative voice in your head ever go away? Like when you reach like a successful or like let's say you're in your prime or
like self-doubt.
Yeah. Does that self-doubt, does that negative thought ever go away? And the guy said, no, but you know how to compete with it better every day.
That's a cool, perspective on it from a fighter, to think of it as like something in competition with.
Yeah, because it normalizes it too. It's not like this guy's a superhero or something. It's something that everyone deals with, but it's just getting comfortable with it, basically.
Yeah. I don't want to keep making excuses not to do something that I know I enjoy and is good for me. So anyways, once this is all cleared up,
Yeah.
I'll go.
Want to go for a fucking run?
Dude, I can't run, man. My ankle is still.
Okay.
They're permanently See, excuses. But actually, it hurts. It's just pain whenever I run. It's pure pain.
Dude, I went for a run like a month ago.
Bullshit.
I did. I was like, because I've been skipping at home.
Uh-huh.
And then, but I'm like, always like in the back of my head, I'm like, kind of want to like start playing basketball in the summer for a little bit, even if it's like outside.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I know I'd be gassed after like a few minutes of just running up and down the court. So I'm like, skipping only does like, I don't know, skipping only does so much good. I want to like emulate the actual running part of it.
Yeah.
So I ran up and down the street. Like I jogged up and down my street like a couple of times. I was like, man, that feels good. Maybe I'll do a couple sprints.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I did. I went up a couple.
Maybe I will.
Jogged a few times up and down the street. Took like a minute break in between, and then I did one jog on the way there, and then I sprinted on the way back, just for like 10 seconds or something, maybe less.
Yeah.
And then that felt fine, and I did that maybe 2 more times, and I woke up the next morning and my hip was like dead. My hip was hurting like crazy, like inside, like towards the groin area. I'm like, fucking
this
hell,
guy's moving.
Yeah. But it just it felt fine like a few days later. So it was more of just like strain from never having sprinted in like, I can't remember the last time I was sprinting.
Would have been like sprinting playing ball. That's about it.
Or like sprinting.
Yeah, why would you sprint?
I remember racing Seb.
Why does anybody sprint?
I remember racing Seb while we were drunk like last year at some point. Torched him.
Of course. Dude, when he started to have shin splints, man, he always has something wrong with him. I was looking at the other day. I was looking at like all my pictures. My iCloud got full, and so I had to go and delete pictures. That's why I was sending you guys a bunch of pictures and videos and stuff.
Okay, yeah,
right?
I was wondering why.
It was just like random memories and stuff. But I was like scrolling through and deleting things, and then I came across a picture of Minoru Field, like the turf, because Ivan was taking me and Seb to go do workouts in Minoru during COVID. Right. It was like while everything was still like shut down, he would take us out and we would do workouts really early morning, like 5 a.m. and stuff. And then we bought like new cleats. All of us bought new cleats because we all had like still income, thankfully, at the time, and nothing to spend it on. And it was fucking great.
Thanks, Trudeau.
Thanks, Trudeau. And so we all bought new cleats, and so that like kicked off this whole like spring cleaning thing I was gonna do, because I was like, I don't know where my cleats are. Where the fuck are my cleats? So this past weekend we like went through our storage and like got rid of a bunch of stuff that didn't need to be there. Found my cleats, and that's why I asked you guys too if you guys would want to play some footy.
Did you say that recently?
I did. Yeah,
did you?
I did. And then AJ recently, just today, said that he would want to play some basketball, and that got way more attention than my footy request did. So
I'm down to play the footy. When did you even say it? You probably said it like 5 a.m.
No, I said it midday.
Midday.
It even got a reaction only from Ben. I think because he was talking to me at the time. We were talking about those shoes, the Kobe's.
Oh, okay.
That I have.
Yeah,
pretty cool shoes. The Bruce Lee's, Kobe 11s. They're not over there.
You're pointing. What are you pointing over there for?
Oh, they were over there.
Okay. I don't live here.
They were there before. Anyways, cool. You ran.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Anyways, I'll try to stop making some excuses.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
been
still have
feeling
a timer
not so great. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're good. Another thing I want to talk about though, hard pivot, addictions.
Addictions.
I feel like I talked about it last time. I think a little bit. I talked a little bit about being addicted to my phone. Maybe it's my phone. Maybe it's my phone. I think it's Instagram.
I don't think it's your phone. I think it's
I think it's Instagram. I think it's whatever. Reddit. It doesn't matter what it is. I can't get off the thing. I can't put it down. I just can't stop. And it's been on my mind more and more and more and more. I wish that there was like a switch for everybody in the world to no longer have Instagram. Cause like I feel like it alienates you to a degree to not have it.
Yeah.
To not be online like that.
Right.
You feel, but I also feel like that's just what That's what they want you to feel, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they want you to feel. They want you to feel if you're not taking part in it, that you're somehow a loser, that you're missing out. It's like FOMO, you know what I mean? Like the party's there.
Yeah.
But it's not. Okay? It's
You
not.
gotta tell me.
It's not. Yeah, you said that you had some thoughts about it too, and I'm curious what your thoughts are. But like I've deleted it again. I tried.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think I said this on the last one, was I did a dopamine detox. The whole thing that Anna Lembke talked about in her book, Dopamine Nation. Excellent book, worth reading. But she talks about this dopamine detox where you stop using your addictive substance. You like do your best to stop using it for 30 days. And I did that. I did that with Instagram. And then if you want to reintroduce the substance, whatever it is, back into your life, you can, but then maybe try and introduce some new parameters or restrictions around it. So I tried the whole 30-minute time limit, right? Give myself 30 minutes a day on it. And I stuck to it for a few days, but it didn't take very long before I'm doing the whole dismiss and just like, let me keep scrolling, like get the fuck out of here, you know, let me keep going. Because I couldn't stop. I can't stop if it's on my phone. The only way that I've been able to stop, and I said it last time too, was having it deleted isn't that hard. Like I'm not feeling an urge to download it. But when it's there, then I have an urge to open it.
Right.
It's like a compulsion, man. I can't stop. And so I've made the decision that I just can't have it on my phone. So there's nothing I can do with it. I just can't have it.
Is it negatively affecting your life?
Yes. I feel like it, dude,
You feel like it is, but is it? It seems
well,
like
if
you're
you
stressing
feel like
way-
it is, if you feel like it is, then it is.
No,
It's
this is
my
different.
life.
This is different. This is different for you though. This is like you specific, because it could be actually negatively affecting your life, or it could just be stressing you out that you're on it so much.
Well, that's the
That's
negative
a Reuben,
effect.
That's a Reuben problem.
But that's the negative effect. And I guess that, to your point, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Me saying I want to switch where everybody doesn't have it.
Yeah.
It's not everybody's problem. It's my problem.
Yeah, but also you could scroll, dude. I scroll sometimes.
I don't like
and I'll scroll
to
like endlessly
scroll.
almost. No, I don't scroll endlessly.
I don't like to scroll.
You do though. You have proven that you do like to
I
scroll.
do like to scroll. But I don't like to be on it.
You don't like to be a slave to the scrolling. I need to spit on myself.
I think there are more bots online than there are real people sometimes.
It's a hot take.
And I think that is dangerous for how it can shape one's opinions and beliefs. And that's why I don't like being on there. I don't like being on there because I don't think it's real. Like what you used to use Instagram for isn't what you use it for today. You know what I mean? Like Instagram used to be like, okay, you have your friends that you follow and like people post pictures. You get jealous because someone's like doing something cool or whatever. You think it's better?
I think it's better.
Get the fuck out of here.
People still post for their fake shit.
And
Like,
it is
they'll
fake
post for their
shit though. It's
validation.
fake shit.
Yeah.
We posted
always
our
been like
engagement
that.
though. You
Oh,
want to let
okay,
people
yeah.
know. And that's real.
That's real for sure.
That's real.
Post on Instagram though.
Yeah,
Post
right?
on Facebook like a
Yeah,
real
what the
man. Like a real man.
Should have just sent an email out to the people that actually matter.
But
What are we doing?
It's better in the sense where the negatives are still the negatives, but now you can like send shitty reels to your friends.
What's the point?
Don't have to always open it up. I barely watch our friends' reels. I'll watch like the last couple, react to them.
What's the
You're
point?
you're just thinking about it way too much, dude. It doesn't seem to be negatively affecting your life. Let's get
You
to
don't
the
feel like
gym.
it has any
Get to the
negative
gym.
effect on you?
Go to the gym.
What are you saying?
I'm not looking at you. I'm just saying.
Whatever, bro. Well, you don't have any qualms? I like that
Qualms,
word.
yeah.
You don't have any qualms with
Qualms,
the IG?
yeah. But that's because, well, the qualms are like the same qualms I've always had with it. Now I can't stop saying qualms.
That's a good word. Pencil it.
It's the same qualms in the sense where if I want to post something,
I'm goddamn gonna post.
no, because then I'm like, who am I posting it for? Am I posting in, I've never felt once I've posted on, like I posted something on my own like on Instagram.
Like an actual
Like an actual post.
Not a story.
Where
Post.
it's just like, is that even people even do that? Do they post for themselves? Unless it's like like the people make second accounts and just to have like some of their memories on there.
Yeah.
I would argue that
is
is an exception.
Yeah.
But I don't think like I hate to say it, even when my dog passed away last year, that was so I can actually look at those photos in case I ever lose them on my phone too.
Is there a little part of you that
a little part of it that I wanted
sympathy?
like people to send me love as well. But other than that, like it's like, when are people ever posting on there for themselves?
You don't post unless you're like a psychopath. You don't post nothing. You post highlights. We've said this many times before. That's why we post.
Or you've
the
got
engagement.
a business going on, you need to market or something. That's for like that's for.
And I hate that that's a thing too, frankly. But it's the reality. But
why do you hate that? Why do you hate that? That's a thing though. People are getting their business out there.
I genuinely believe that the world would be a better place without the internet as it is today.
Yes. Okay. Sure.
Maybe even just without smartphones.
Sure. Yeah. Because there would be no internet. It's not really a smartphone anymore.
Yeah, it'd be a dummy phone.
It'd be a phone.
Tossing a dummy grenade.
I'd go back to the flip phone, I think.
I would go back. This is the thing, though, and that's why I said that earlier, is I wish there was a switch. Maybe that's all I wish.
Call ended.
Yeah, dude, it's sick. You
smack
it shut, right? You do it with fucking purpose, too, man. You really and you whip it open as well.
Like a
butterfly knife.
Yes.
Yeah, butterfly knife phone.
Oh, sick.
Why doesn't somebody make that? And the screen just like rattles around.
That'd be tough.
Anyways, I think maybe that fuck the whole world. Fuck the whole world. Maybe what I would like would this sounds very selfish. What I would like is if everybody in my life that I cared about felt the same way. Because if everybody in like your circle and those connected circles was all on the same like page or belief and was like, yeah, you know what? Let's all get rid of our smartphones and just use flip phones, then there wouldn't be any missing out. You know, there wouldn't be like somebody having a different experience. But what are you even missing out on? You're not missing out on anything.
That's the assumption that
I
everyone's
don't know how
having
to
this
wrap
issue.
my head around this, man. But I do believe that if there was a way to force people not to be on their phones for anything other than communication, like direct communication or group chats, basically just texting and phone calls.
Group chats? Nothing. You don't like group chats?
Group chats? No, group chats. Okay, that's what. Yeah, texting, group chats, and phone calls.
Okay,
that's it. Exchange your
no
pictures
FaceTimes.
there. No, FaceTime's okay too. You know what? Actually, just the apps that come with it.
The App Store comes with it.
Get rid of that. No App Store. Only the apps that come with the phone. It's just so hard, man.
My mind is in such turmoil.
It feels like that, dude. You know how many times I try and like subtly plant the idea for Gemma, like oh yeah, just delete it. You don't need it on there either, you know. But like, you know, we're different people. She can do what she wants with it. But I if all of you guys deleted Instagram and TikTok, I think we'd all be better for it. I think it forces you to try and fill your time with something else, because now that time is freed up. However many hours you do spend scrolling is freed up.
When you deleted it the first time, how productive
I was filling my time with. I was reading. I read a couple books. Okay. Fuck off my jock, dude.
Was that not like satisfactory?
It was. That's what I'm saying. That was nice.
So then just go back to doing that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not complaining about having deleted it. I'm complaining about while I had it.
Okay.
I'm happy when I've deleted it, but I want all of you to try it too. I wish all you would try it too. But
I'm down if the guys
aren't bothered enough by it. You know what I mean? You guys don't. Yeah. You guys aren't pissed off about it. You guys are happy to keep scrolling.
I don't scroll that much.
Says you. Like, whatever. What do you do then, fucking tough guy? Let me reset the cameras and you tell me what we do. No, in general, like, what do you do with your time? Like, it doesn't make any sense. take out the time. You know what? We got to do the math on this. No, I don't have to do the math on this. Why does this bother me so much, dude? What do you do? What do you do?
I'm just not thinking about it as much as
No,
you.
what do you do? I'm asking you, what do you do? Like when you're done, when you're not working.
Whoa, you're making me self-reflect
work,
here.
when you're done work and you get home.
Nobody makes me self-reflect.
When you're not in the gym, what do you do?
I watch documentaries.
I like that. You see the Osama one?
No, I didn't.
Dude, so good.
I'm in the midst of the Vietnam War one.
Is it on Netflix too?
Dude, this is fucking brutal shit.
I'll fire that shit up, dude.
Fucking stupid shit.
It's crazy shit.
It is crazy. Dude, they killed JFK and then they killed his brother. Like within 5 years.
They?
Yeah.
Who's they?
It's fucking people. They know.
They know. They know who they are.
They know who they are.
They know who they are.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Documentaries.
Yeah.
What else?
I
do like documentaries quite a bit, and they're all like long. Like the Vietnam War one is like 6 episodes, and it's an hour, like
an hour a piece
per ep. Per.
The Osama one was 3 in an hour a piece.
Yeah, some of the stuff is like. I love watching those.
I like watching movies. I like watching shows.
I was watching the Hitler and the Nazis one.
Fantastic.
Recently. That was really good too.
Fantastic was the wrong word.
But I just meant
watching something. I just meant watching something. Yes. Yeah.
I've been just sleeping, but
so these are good things though. Is like, I think doing anything other than being on your phone is a good use of time, even if it's not like quote unquote productive. That's not what my qualms are. It's not that like I'm not being productive when I'm on my phone. It's that I feel like it's just such a stupid place to exist and like let my mind be.
Yeah.
On the internet. I hate the internet. I love it and I hate it. And I hate it. I hate it more than I love. I think I hate it more than I love it. There's no solution.
Where would you be without it though?
There's no solution, man. Yeah, my whole job relies on the internet.
Yeah.
Like that actually. Now you got me thinking about that too. In watching the Osama documentary, really good documentary, but watching it made me think, because like the people were talking about how they like obviously responded to 9/11, and I know you think it's like
what do you think I think it is?
I think you think it was an inside job or whatever.
Yeah, partly.
Doesn't matter. I don't.
Fair enough. I've just watched a lot of documentaries. What do I know?
Yeah, what do you know? Who sourced those documentaries? What was it? 4-hour long documentary? 5? Yeah, whatever. Anyways, these people were talking about like they worked for the CIA, and they were like analysts and stuff, and like their response to it was the terrorism department of it, counterterrorism department of it, and their response to seeing what was happening with 9/11, right? Like as soon as the first plane had hit, there was like a guy in the tower who like worked with somebody on the CIA in the second tower. And he was saying that he saw the airplane, the first one as it came in, the way that it was angled, it was clear that it was intentional, right? Because at first, like people were like, "What the fuck happened? Like, is this like some horrible mistake?" When the first plane hit, but this guy was like, "No, it's intentional." And he's saying that to some guy who was also working in the CIA. So they were starting to clue in, like, okay, like we're probably dealing with terrorism, right? Anyways, the people's response who were on those teams in the CIA was so like passionate and patriotic that it almost like it made me think like that's kind of sick to like feel that confidently about your job. What was that? Oh, out in the hall. To feel like that confidently about your job and to feel like your job really matters.
Like they were locking in.
They were fucking locking in, dude. They were really locking in. And it made me think, after watching the documentary, it made me think like, does anybody listening to this who knows it works, shut up. It made me think like, what does my job matter? You know, like I've always said that my job and the kind of work I like to do is I like to feel as though I'm helping people. And I do feel like, yeah, the work I'm doing is helping some other people do their jobs. but it doesn't always feel like, sometimes it feels like a bit of a thankless job. And it's not that I'm looking for thanks, but it makes me think that the people don't feel as though I'm helping them that much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's not that I need thanks in work that I'm doing, but I was starting to question whether or not I feel like work matters. My work matters. I started to look up, what's the Canadian equivalent of the CIA? Like what kind of jobs are there for those? And then that led me down like a very short rabbit hole. I didn't go too deep, but it was like, oh, not for me.
Sure. But then think about, if you worked for the CIA, there's not much shit going on at the moment. Would you not start
dude, but it's crazy though. Like, when you look at this, they knew about Osama bin Laden.
Yeah,
in like
no,
the
if
80s,
none of that shit's going on right now, let's say.
that we know.
Sure, yeah, nothing crazy
that we know of.
The CIA
Actually,
is probably dealing with.
To that point, no, I agree with you. Do you remember a time? So like it would have been like post 9/11. Do you remember a time as a kid and like as a like a adolescent thinking, and we should talk about adolescence, the show too. Thinking that like terrorism was a thing. Like I used to feel consciously aware of terrorism being a thing. Like you would see like bombings in like different parts of the world, shit going on.
Yeah.
And it felt like terrorism was like a legitimate threat. I caution to say, but I don't feel like that's as prevalent now, or at least that doesn't seem to like come up in the news a lot. I know there's wars going on, obviously, but it doesn't feel like terrorism is a thing.
Yeah,
obviously,
because we pulled out of fucking Afghanistan.
Yeah, but dude, as soon as they pulled out, Taliban went right back in.
Yeah,
they locked in. They fucking locked in, dude.
It's only a problem when America's involved, right?
Yeah, dude, you would have loved. In the Friendship movie, there was just like a one-off joke. Like, you know, the guy who's been in like some of the I Think You Can Leave sketches that is just like really loud. He works with Tim Robinson like a good amount. He's really loud. He just kind of yells. He's a bit big and like awkwardly built. Can you picture him? He's the guy who, like, when Tim Robinson goes to the radio station, he wants to get his music on the radio, right? He wants to sing the whatever song, I don't remember that episode. Fuck, man. I gotta find him. And show you, and then just tell you this joke. You would have really liked it. I think you should leave cast. Let me find this guy, Connor O'Malley.
Sugar Connor O'Malley?
This guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, him. Yeah. He had like a really like just like cutaway kind of role in the movie. Like, he was there just for like one scene kind of thing. But he like gets up on like a microphone at like some house party, and he gets up and he's like, "Oh, now that I'm up here, I'm feeling really nervous, whatever." But he starts talking about whatever he was talking about. But then the camera cuts away and it goes to like leaving the scene. You know what I mean? Like it's following Tim Robinson's character out. He's in a car, whatever. But you're still hearing the audio of like this guy on the mic in the house party, and he's like, "I just want to leave you guys with this. I don't really think that we should have pulled out of Afghanistan." And that's like, it just cuts off the scene there. And I thought that was fucking hilarious. And I thought you would have really liked it. But yeah, maybe like there's an argument not to have. Anyways, what are we fucking talking about?
Talking about terrorism.
Terrorism, feeling like, it made watching that documentary made me think like, I don't even know if my job is like having the impact that I wish it did. And like, it's not that I like need to have more. Like, it's not that you need to like affect more people. I just need to feel like the people that I am helping are actually.
You want to see the results.
I want to see the results of like what I'm doing a little bit more.
You want to have more like noticeable purpose, like your job. Yeah, like, you can't always get that.
We can't. No, that's true. You can't. But that's like yeah, you could like leave it at that. But I've also been thinking like I should just ask to do more. So I'm getting that sorted out in my head too. But like I was thinking about when I worked at Apple, I didn't feel that way in sales at all. I didn't feel like that was fulfilling me ever. But when it was on like the support side of things, at the Genius Bar, it was so clear you saw the full circle of like issue to resolution. You know what I mean? Like if I came in and my phone's screen was broken, for like the simplest example, fix the screen. You know what I mean? and that journey, you see it start to end. You see the end result, right? You feel as though you're helping somebody out. You're getting them the service they need, whatever. You don't always see the end result in my current job. Or at least the journey is so long that it feels like you've kind of lost the point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From like start to end in a
like
problems
tickets,
resolution.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that feels like robotic. In a sense.
Sometimes it does. Anyway, so Osama got me thinking. You know,
Osama be thinking.
Osama be thinking.
Osama be dead.
Osama be dead, dude. It's a fucking crazy documentary. You have to. It's so cool. And I will check out the Vietnam one. After we watched it, Gemma and I, we were like, we really want to see like more of this kind of stuff. Like this was really fascinating. So we were like trying to find more shit to watch. We learned about some like London bombings that went on. Oh, a nail bomber.
Oh yeah. I think I watched
that one. Was all right. I think that was just a single like a movie documentary kind of thing. It was okay.
You watch all like the Unabomber stuff?
That
one's good. Waco is also good. Jack the Ripper.
That guy's fake.
What?
Jack the Ripper?
No, man. No, he's not.
I thought he was like a myth. And
no, dude, he was ripping people.
Ripping them.
Definitely his name wasn't Jack, but
no, I the only Unabomber thing we've seen was we watched like there was a movie, it's like a dramatization of it.
Oh, okay.
And that was interesting. You almost understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, you understand his way of thinking.
His methods absolutely deplorable or whatnot.
Deplorable is good.
But it's funny, like when I talk about like social media and I think that like people shouldn't be on their phones.
Where's your mind go?
Who the fuck am I? Am I fucking Ted K, Reuben H? Watch out for me, you guys. I'm kidding. Gemma had already watched like the Boston Marathon one. I remember when that happened in school. I remember we were in Burnett and it was like I remember going up. There's that side staircase, from the cafeteria. Mm-hmm. You come out and you face the office, right?
Sure,
the reception. You go down that hall. And then there's that staircase that goes like up and then up, right? Like it goes like a little to the side in and then up.
Yeah.
We were going up there and that's when like we saw the news about the Boston Marathon bombing. I remember where I was during the Boston Marathon bombing. Where were you on 9/11? Huh? That was that period of time anyways. Yeah, we kept talking about it. Gemma and I was like, that period of time, it felt like terrorism was like a real thing. It doesn't feel like it is these days, which is a good thing. But, there's still other problems.
I was complaining about something, huh?
Yeah, I feel like it. You know what? And that's fine. I think that there are my fucking hands crazy ideas here.
Feeling out all the ideas.
Yeah, legit. I'm grasping for what I want to think about next. I maybe that's part of why I have such a disdain for the internet. There's just so much information. I was thinking about it actually today with peanut butter. Peanut butter.
The protein.
That guy's fucking funny, man.
He's still making
once in a while. Yeah, I sent one to Evan and Fanny, and then I sent it to Gemma as well. It was like, this is Evan when he's counting his calories. Got the peanut butter with the protein.
He's got a mad stash.
He does. Yeah, he's a fun guy, man. He likes his peanut butter. But the internet recently, like within the last few months, decided peanut butter is like not a healthy choice for you. It's not good for you. Online, all the fucking fitness influencers jump on this shit and say how it's actually really high calorie. It's really bad for you.
It's really high calories, yeah. It's fucking well known. What else? What are they saying other than a really high calories?
It's not a good
yeah, if you're eating
snack
like
you'd
a
have,
fucking
not
snack
to have
on
it, whatever.
Half a tub a day.
But also maybe if you're getting like the processed peanut butter where they add sugar and shit to it, probably adds on the calories.
Yeah, dude. If you're getting Skippies or whatever, Skippy,
that
has a lot of sugar in there.
Jiffy, is it Jiffy too? Is Jiffy
maybe? But there's also the ones that are like unsweetened, so you can just go with those ones. If you look
Kraft has them that are sweetened. Well,
with the bear, right?
Yeah, with the little bear.
A lot of those, the normal ones, they have a lot of sugar. Mm-hmm. Sure, if you're having that every day, that's not good.
No.
It's probably like having a couple cans of pop a day or something.
That's crazy.
Maybe a can of pop a day or something. Again, still not that bad.
It's not
People
that
are jumping
bad.
on this fear train of anything.
That's the thing.
For sure.
They latch onto it, and then now everybody's bad. No, it's not everybody, but then like multiple people are making videos about the same thing. You know what I mean? Like people catch onto an idea, and now that's the thing that you want to make videos about. I'm seeing a bunch of people online right now because of like what I look at on YouTube. Now I'm seeing a bunch of videos of like people being like, why is the world so boring now? Like technology's gotten boring now. Like they were like showing like videos about how like back in the day, like the Nintendo 64, like the translucent controllers and shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And like the iMacs before with the colored bubbles on the back.
Oh, yeah.
Like technology used to be fun. It used to be cool. You know what I mean? Now it's all just like so simple, so boring, whatever. And now there's like a bunch of people making videos about that and like piggybacking
now I can
off
lose
one
my
another.
phone. I don't know where it is.
You don't need
I can
it.
lose my Mac back in the day.
Yeah, no, you'd see it from a mile away. The translucent Game Boy. You know what I mean? You had it all. Anyways, no, so I saw a bunch of people making videos about this peanut butter shit. We get the all-natural peanut butter. We get the one where the only ingredient in it is peanuts.
Yeah,
That's
I had
not
that one as
excess
well.
calories, right?
Yeah.
Sure, it's a bitch to mix it up at
Yeah.
the start when you open it up and all the oil's at the top.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
fuck,
It's a bit.
I'm there for like fucking 5 minutes getting this to the
5
texture.
minutes?
It takes a while, man.
I use it, like I'll mix it a little bit and I'll just like I'll get like a knife or whatever.
Well, bro, yeah, I get
and then
a
I'll
knife.
like scoop from the bottom and then like use it and then like put it back in and then each time I open it I'll mix it as well.
Oh, dude, I get it fully mixed
That's
before I even take my first spread of it.
Sure, I'll be like mixing it each time I'm opening it.
No.
And then so that at the end it will still be, it won't be hard.
That's
Do
actually
you end up?
Mine does end up hard at the end because
Yeah,
I
I think
that.
it's still like because I've done that. I thought
Yeah.
like me and my dad thought like you
We
mix it
should
really
all
good the
up.
first time.
Yeah.
And it's good. But it still was like for
The
like the
end, it
last
gets,
like this
like,
much.
firm. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and then it turns like crumbly almost.
And it should, it gets
Yeah.
hard to spread. It gets really hard to spread.
I think it's just when you're like at least even if you're like halfway, then just start mixing it every time.
Maybe I'll
Just do that.
do that.
Just, rather than mixing it like for 5
Because
minutes.
this
the first
one's
time.
like brand new. I just opened this morning. I fully mixed it. Thank
Sure,
God I
yeah,
fully
that's
fucked
fine.
up.
Nothing wrong.
And the other
with
thing
that.
that's so annoying too, and like why it takes so long, is like it's to the brim. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like as you're moving the knife around,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
coming right up to the edge.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do it. Anyways, peanut butter is just fine for you. The internet,
you're really messing this guy up.
the internet is full of alarmists, man. Everything online tells you should be scared to do this, this, and that. You shouldn't do this. It's bad for you. You should do this. It's good for you. And then your brain has to take all this information and absorb it and then like immediately try and apply it. I've just had enough. Man.
Yeah.
And I wish everybody had enough. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish all of you did.
Even like the Instagram stuff. Recently, I wanted to post a picture of me and my
Go for it.
me and my girlfriend.
Oh my God. I haven't even talked about this.
Yeah, no, I was.
No
I was,
one's listening at this point.
Yeah, no, they're not. We got about five viewers watching. Good, yeah, that's fine. I don't need them. This is
Hit them.
But no, it's like trying to use the segue a little
Yeah.
bit of the Instagram stuff.
I actually haven't even heard you say my girlfriend yet. until
Yeah.
Just now.
So like, I wanted to post a picture of me and my girlfriend.
Mm.
So I thought it'd be cute. We took some really nice pictures this past weekend. But then I'm like, what? Why? You know, like why would I want to post it on here? Like I'm like,
Who
you know,
am I trying to
I'm
show
not,
this to?
I'm not the type of person to like flex anything.
Right.
But I have
Right.
like I've tried that in the past. I posted like a picture when I first got my car.
Yeah.
I put it on
Yeah.
Instagram because I thought it was cool at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to flex it a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because we were young, and that's like a cool car as well.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like, who am I posting it for?
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be the only reason I can think of just to have it up there with my other pictures. But like, then I'm thinking about like, I don't know. Anyways,
Mhm.
I've recently taken a lover.
Yes. He's a man in love,
Dude,
he
I-
says.
Madly, deathly.
Really?
in love, dude.
Madly?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome,
I was
man.
hesitating bringing it up. But this is a safe space. This is not Instagram.
This is a very safe space. The
Yeah.
final like 10 minutes of the
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah,
only
yeah,
the
the
real
safe-
fans are
The
listening.
safest.
Barely even like will get through to this point,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
This is a
I did
very
it. I
safe
did it,
space. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did it. He's in
Those
love.
only our loyal listeners
He's
watching.
in love,
They know
man.
the journey I've been through.
That's true too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You feel really good with it.
I do. I
Yeah.
feel, different than I've ever felt before.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Different, like, have you pinpointed a single way how? I feel like you don't. With real love,
Right.
you don't have like a pinpoint to it. Do you feel that? Like it just is.
Yeah, it's more of just because I want to like pinpoint like things that like the what's it when the word when you like when you first my reaction almost, is there another word for it? It's like my instinct is
yes.
to like describe her and like why I think
right, like why I love this person,
but it's more of like how the feelings I'm feeling right now,
right?
And it's a whole lot of like emotion that I've never felt before and it didn't think I was capable of feeling, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't think there, honestly, like before this, like I didn't think there was like an in love. Yeah,
so it really does feel different
for me. It does. Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
That's a weird cool. That's a cool feeling, eh?
Yeah, it is.
That's nice. It feels good when you really like it, eh?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I don't know what I was being such a fucking hater for.
For real, man.
Yeah,
real.
dude, I was hating on it
I
for a
love
while,
love.
for years.
Man, it's you. Obviously, you get the perspective of other relationships that you've had, and like obviously in those relationships too, like you have believed that there were moments of love there as well, or that those were experiences of love too. And I'm sure that they are.
Yes.
And were.
Yeah, not to like downplay anything.
No.
Because at the time it felt like it was still, everything was like, everything was great at the time.
But there's a different kind of it.
Yes, it's a different like level almost.
Yeah.
It is like level that I didn't think that was there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's great, man. That's great.
Yeah, it's
happy
cool.
for you. Exciting.
Thanks, man.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Hope for nothing but the best.
The world seems different.
Yeah, does it?
The music sounds different.
Does it? Really?
Just a little bit.
Yeah?
Just a little bit.
Feels a little better, huh?
It does. A little bit. Some songs are hitting a bit harder.
Do you feel like your motivation to do anything in your life, and I mean anything as in like legit anything, is different under the umbrella of love?
Yes and no.
Because when I ask that to like kind of explain like what I'm thinking of is like when I think about what I want to do in my life, a large part of it has to take into account and does take into account Gemma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I want to be in decent shape, for instance, so that I can be a decent husband and hopefully father sometime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to have a solid career that I enjoy, because I don't want to get rid of it. You know what I mean? Because I want to be able to build a comfortable and fun life with Gemma.
I see what you mean.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there are parts of life that I think weigh in love, and then it gives me like a little more of like a boost behind it of like why you're doing something.
Yeah. No,
I felt that amplified since the engagement.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, I think that was like for career-wise, that was like something I was already thinking of before, so it didn't necessarily shift my motivation much.
But not necessarily shift, but maybe amplify it a little.
Gave it more importance.
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah. It was more like, there's more. I'm thinking more long term now than I ever have been before.
So cool.
Yeah, it is. And so I've told you this before also, but she has a kid.
Yes. Yeah.
She is a single mom.
She's a single mom.
And like, I think I've talked about it on the podcast before, right? I'm like not completely close-minded to like kids.
But you've been definitely like an on the fence, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm definitely like leaning towards like, I'm not really like trying to have kids. Like I'd rather spend the money on like myself or like us. Never been like, you know how my feelings on about marriage as well. I don't know if that's changed as much as well, but it's more of a government thing, you know? But like now I'm like, that's not an issue for me. Like that doesn't, that she has like a kid it's not that it's not
It's
an
not a
issue.
stopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a stopper. It's not an obstacle anymore.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
crazy
just
for
part of
me
the package.
to be admitting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just part of the package.
What a time.
Yeah, crazy time.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy time. I'm excited for how things are going to go as well.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. I think it's like if you feel like this love is different, it's really easy to feel very positive about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how before you've talked about you kind of, when you get into a relationship, you just think, when is it going to end?
Yeah, after
You've said
like a
that before.
certain-
Yeah, you've said that
yeah.
before about past relationships. And I imagine you maybe don't feel that now. You're just
No,
excited
but-
for where it's going.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be like some thoughts where I'm like scared for when it might end. But those thoughts are like, I feel way more, it's like the secureness and the reciprocation of the secureness is way more overpowering than.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like an end is an inevitability.
No.
It's a possibility that is
Yeah,
possible with
as-
any
yes,
relationship.
yeah.
Whereas before, I've heard you talk about relationships where it feels like it's just a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Sorry to leave that to
that's
the
fine.
end here.
That's good. That's good.
Was there anything else you wanted to say? Otherwise, I'm
I'm pretty good.
diced
Yeah.
up. Andrew Dice Clay.
Who's that?
Who is he? I don't even know.
It's something.
I think he's a New Yorker. I think he's in New York. I'm wrong about a lot of things. Anyways. Thanks everybody who stuck around to the end of this episode. I know it's been a while since the last one, but maybe we'll try and get one out a little sooner. I'm gonna do a little. You're not gonna see shit on Instagram. First of all, you're not gonna see shit. You're not gonna see nothing. The only way you're gonna know about this is if you're on the YouTubes or if you're on the Spotify. Maybe you share it on your story. I don't know. Whatever.
On my
Fuck
Instagram story?
Yeah, whatever. Or maybe you can run.
Maybe I'll just post
your
a
mental
picture of
page.
my girlfriend on there then.
Maybe you will too.
Why won't I?
Why not?
Maybe.
Just
I
do
don't
it.
know. I'm still not sure if I will.
Get rid of all your other pictures. Only that picture.
That's hard. That's a ballsy move.
That's a ballsy move. We'll try and maybe get another one out sooner. We'll see. I'm open. If your schedule's available in 2 weeks, I'm down to sit down again in 2 weeks. If it's not, get fucked. All right. Thanks, Cavs. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Nice.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. My hands are very.
Right.
Sorry.